Good morning, friends. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. This is Tanya and Cash once again, my new supervisor, telling me how it's going. I hope you guys are doing great. Thank you for being here. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. For those of you who may be new, Cash is my kitty. She's a very talkative kitty, and she decided to come in at the last minute here and get a little scritches. Yes, you are. Am I giving you scritches? Yes. She's a sweet baby. You'll hear her consistently throughout my videos, making her opinion known. So if she gets too noisy, I'll just shut off the video and we'll start again. But she is a senior kitty, and she is very talkative. And I'm petting her right now, and she's telling me all about it while she's purring. So, yes, so here we go. So you guys, I've got this, I want to keep working on this Flippy, foldy travel book thing here that I'm doing. I don't have the pages sewn in yet, but I will. If you have been watching the videos, you'll know that I made these ID cards a few days ago, and these are going to go in there. And then I made some tags. Now I want to show you a couple of these because I sat down and made a whole slew of them, the rest of the pack, and I just mass made them, and I made them looking like this. They all look pretty much the same, and I love how they turned out. I absolutely love how they turned out. They kind of marbled on the back a little bit because of the texture and the smoothness of the paper, and they all look very different, and I just am really happy with them. Some of them I also put butterflies on, put layered butterflies. I think those turned out super cute. And then this one yesterday, I cut one of the small paper pictures out and put it on there. So I'm going to do that to some of them as well. We're not going to do that today though, but I did want to show you these. You'll see that I'm kind of using the same process for all of these. And today we're going to use that process once again. We're going to use it on some cardstock. I'm going to use different colors though, because I don't want this particular item to look like the ID cards, but we're going to use the same process, similar anyway. And I had this photo, so I actually was able to print the original photo onto some glossy postcard paper, and it turned out very bright for my printer, so I went around and just kind of used my my brush to make this a little bit more distressed color. What we're going to do is we're going to make a journaling card out of this, and we're going to put this up in the corner so that it will show through the window here. So this will be cut smaller. But I'm going to go ahead and process this whole page and do our fun technique on here. We're going to do it in browns. And I'm thinking that with this card back here, it'll be a great journaling spot on the back. But also if needed, it can be used as when somebody's writing in here, if the pages are not, if it's not a sturdy place to write, they can put this behind there and use it as a sturdy place, something smooth and that they can write on. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we're going to do this whole piece of paper. My thought is I'm going to I could double it up. I don't want to fold this piece. I'm going to, what am I going to do? I feel like this might not be thick enough to do as maybe we'll put two of these together and then do it on there. I think that's probably a better idea. That'll make it a little thicker because I don't want to fold it, but I do want the thickness of two sheets. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to glue those two together. Just decided. Cashy, this isn't going to work out with you underneath my chair. It just does not. All right, we're going to make it work because she's not moving. Look, I remembered the pin. Look at that. So yeah, so we're going to do, this is going to be fun. I've been working on this little flippy floppy travel journaling thingy for a while. It was a forgotten friend as I'm cleaning out my craft room. I say cleaning it out like I'm not going to be using it anymore. That's not the idea. But I am organizing, and oh my goodness, it feels so good. I can see floor again. No, I could always see floor. There was just a lot of junk on it. And it is getting cleaner and cleaner as I'm using through a lot of my my things. I'm trying not to go shopping. I'm trying to find something to do. All those small little projects that get pushed aside, you guys, that's what I'm attacking. And that is where my craft room is coming together, is I'm getting some of those things completed and using some of those scraps. So if you're in the same shape I've been in, use up some of those things, get out some of those projects that you wanted to work on, and you will feel so much better just working on them, getting them done. I promise you, it makes such a huge difference. And you know what? It does a lot for how I feel about things too. So I'm going to just tuck these safely back inside this little book where they're going to live right in here, at least for now. And we're going to put those up. I'm going to also tuck this picture away so it doesn't get splattered or anything. I mean, if other things get splattered, that's fine, but we're going to be using water and ink, and it's going to be great. So, but we're going to use browns. I am going to put some green in there because like the forest moss would be good in there, just to add some extra tones. We'll probably use that one just a little bit. We don't need pink. What, baby? I've already fed you. What is the matter? What is your matter? Okay, there's other browns. Where are they? There they are. There they are. Let's use those. We'll probably use blue in there somewhere because it's all going to tie together. And there's a lot of blue in the papers that I used. So we'll be probably using these colors. We may use a little red. But for now, let's work with those for now. We're going to start here. Okay. I haven't done this in brown yet, so this will be different. We're going to start with smooshing. And these oxides, of course, are going to leave a really cool effect with the water as it dries. And we're going to smoosh. That's the technical term, smoosh. And it leaves great texture on your paper. We're just going to work on one side at a time. Smooshy, smooshy. Okay, we don't want to leave any of that down there. Of course, if we do, it's not a big ordeal. There's not much there. All right, then let's do... We're just going to get darker and darker. We're going to do walnut stain. That was vintage photo. This is walnut stain. You guys can do this too. You can do this too. Now this one is ink because I only have some in oxides and some in ink. So, I mean, I'm mixing and matching and it doesn't matter. It's okay. Use what you got. Right? Use what you've got. You don't have these kind of inks. That's okay. Use whatever you've got. Different brand. Cool. You know, that's fine. They're all going to turn out different. And nobody's going to question you. Hey, what did you use there? You didn't use the same thing. That's okay. That's all right. Nobody cares. Do you. Do what you got. Wipe that clean. These are Temu towels, you guys, and I swear by them. I've got a whole stack because I liked them so much. Just kept buying them. They're inexpensive. They're super soft. And did you see how clean? They wash up really nice too. So I've actually shared some with some friends. I actually really love them. And I think I have about 20 of them sitting around my craft room now. Well, I say sitting. They're in a pile, folded neatly, like this, because you don't need much more than that, right? And then when they're dirty, like after this today, I'm going to throw it in the wash, and it comes out how it comes out. It comes out clean. And soft. Soft as a baby's bottom. No, I'm just kidding. Not really. Okay. Oh, let's smushy some more. Hopefully this is going to be a little darker, and I'm not going to go as heavy on this one, but I do want it in there. Let's put a little more. See, it's just really, really, really cool texture in here. I'm just going to slide it through. slide it, pick some of that up. Ooh, sorry. Beautiful. I love that. Okay. So that's what we've got. I'm happy with that. Now, before we go on to the next step with this one, I'm going to dry this really quick. What? What? Alright, I probably didn't have to dry the other side, but I wanted as much of that moisture out as I could. Well, not exactly. It's still a little bit damp, but it'll help unfold that paper or unroll it. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing to this side. We're going to be working kind of in sections so I don't forget from one side to the next what I did. So we're going to start over from Vintage Photo. This one we used quite a bit. This is kind of our base color. And there's not as much ink in this one as the others, so that's my oldest. Oops, this one might be, well, I mean, both sides are going to be different anyway, but a little more smooshy looking. That's okay. Get all that up. Okay, and that looks nice. That looks nice. That kind of looks coffee dyed, doesn't it? All right, and then we'll go to a walnut stain, a little darker. I'm loving this little smushy technique. It's gonna be very different in the browns than it was in the greens, and that's cool. Of course, it's on different paper too, so it's just behaving differently, which is great. That is not a complaint. Just kind of soak it up here. See what that does. Perfect. Look at that. Okay. And then last but not least, we've got the, what is this one? Scorched Timber. Wow, it looks so different than the other side. So different. I'm going to put a little bit more of that on there, on the other side. Okay, good enough. All right. Now I'm going to dry this again. If you have sensitive ears, dry this again. All right, want it nice and dry because we're going to get it wet again. Okay. So we're going to take our water bottle because there is oxide on here. Not a lot though. Well, but that's okay. We do have some oxide on here. So I'm going to just kind of lightly drip this on here. Because with that oxide, it's going to make some different colors on there a little bit. Oops, drips, not spray. We're going to let it sit for a minute. And then we're going to go back, let that do some things. And we're going to dab some of this up. You can see some of the water drops are going to affect that ink. We're going to do some more. Not the ink, but the oxides. Let's try to get it a little more obvious. We're going to do some other things to it too. So if this doesn't work that well, or if you can't see it that well, that's okay. If you want these water drops to show a lot better, then use oxides. The inks are not going to react because they're ink and they're already set. But the oxides will reactivate and then they're going to come up and leave water drops like that. So you'll be able to see some different textures in there. It's going to be subtle, but it'll be there. Okay, can you guys see that? I'll show you this little spot right here. See the little dots in here? You can see it in here. So they are reacting. Okay, so that's kind of cool. We're going to do that to the other side as well. This one might do a lot different because it looks like there's more oxide on this side than the other side. I think I was a little scared of those dark colors on this side. Oops. Okay, we'll let that sit a minute. Then we can start dabbing. Okay, still very subtle, but you can see it. It's visible. Just adding a little texture. Okay, and then let's see what's next. Then let's do, I do want to do some stamping on here. This paper is responding differently because it's not slick, which is fine. I want a particular stamp. I should have grabbed it before I started, but I thought it was right here. I did, I thought it was. And it probably is. With these, is that it? Nope, that's not it. Oh, actually though, that might be something we could use. Or actually, that one maybe instead. But I want my reptile skinish one. Is it there? Nope, nope. Hello? Where are you, Mr. Stamp? Alright, hang on, hang on. If I turn off the video, he'll be right here. We're also going to use this one. Yep, this one. Oh, this is probably where it is. Oh my goodness. Alright, you guys. Well, we're going to move on. If you can't find it within a minute, it wasn't meant to be. Well, that stinks. Okay, so let's do something different, I guess. I'm still looking for it. I really wanted that one. And it's not right there. So, what do we say when we were kids? So, suck your toe. We could potentially use that one. I do like that. That's a good idea. Okay, let's use that. See, there was a reason for it. There was a reason I couldn't find that one. Because we were meant to use this one. And this is, you can't probably see it on here, flowers. Look at, isn't that gorgeous? I love this stamp. It's beautiful. So we're going to, and I don't know where I got it, you guys, I'm sorry. I don't know. I should probably leave brand names and things on these things, but I don't. And I should. So we're just going to dab this in this scorched timber, and we're going to just kind of randomly, and if I can find that other one that I was looking for, I'm going to use it also, because it would be just perfect on here and gorgeous and stuff, and kind of bring all this together. But look at that. That's beautiful. Yup. Okay, let's see if we can get some flowers on there, though. Look at that. This was what was meant to be right here. There's that flower. I like that flower. Let's put that flower here. Yep, see, look how gorgeous that is. Wow, okay. I'm all right with not finding the reptilian skin thing. That's what I call it. I don't know that that's really what it's supposed to be, but it's kind of got the crackles and stuff in it. I use it a lot. But for some reason, it has disappeared on me. We'll just kind of put this one around. It's beautiful. Can't deny that. Okay, gorgeous, gorgeous. Let's put some right here. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. It just adds some interest and fun to it. See, I tried something different today, didn't I? And I actually am loving it. We're going to just kind of fill this in. The patterns doesn't have to match up or anything. We're just going to kind of fill it. All right, so that's that one. Oh my goodness. That worked out. The butterfly I don't think is going to work on top of that, so we're not going to do that like that. I do still want to use some greens and stuff in there. That was ink, so that if that gets wet, that's okay. Let me think a minute. I kind of want to use my script, and I don't know how well it's going to turn out. Maybe we'll use the script in the green, the forest moss, and see how that goes. Forest moss is really dark. I think this is going to be very subtle, if it shows at all. And that if is exactly right, because I don't see it at all. So this is not going to work, and that's fine. It wasn't meant to be then. Okay. So, but I'm not going darker than that, because this is fine. You know what I do? I want to get that green color in there, though. Should I try the peel paint? Or I have bundled sage. Which one's bundled sage is more blue? I don't want mica. Ooh, I don't want to ruin what we've got going on, but I really do want to add some color in there. What if, okay, here's an idea. What if I take, why is that in the drawer? See, I told you I have these towels everywhere. I wonder if my stamp is in here. Probably not. What if we take, oh, okay, my brush, and just kind of do some, oh yes, okay, that was the answer. Let's get some of this green in there. Just kind of add it in this way, maybe. How's that? Does that work? I think I like it. Just adds a little bit more. Again, it's subtle, but it definitely is adding something to the paper and the look of it. And that's actually an oxide also. There's a thought. Now all these inks are going to stay, but if I am covering up some of the spots, but that's okay. We're going to leave it alone. How about, here's another idea. Here's another idea. I did run across my stencil. Or did I? Or did I? We used this stencil on one of them. I was thinking I had my coffee one. I thought I found it, but I guess not. Didn't I? Okay. So that side of my desk, guys, is next on my cleanup because it's just, it's actually not as bad as it has been, but it's not good. All right, we're going to go with walnut stain over here. Ooh, or we could do a bundled sage. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. Part of this card is going to be too big. I'm going to have to cut it back anyway. So why don't we try putting a wrong color, a little bit of bundled sage over here. And if I don't like it, I don't have to do the whole thing. But at least we've got a sample of it so we can kind of see. Can't see it. And if we can't see it, then that's okay too, because then we know we don't need to do it. Can we see it? Not really, just looks like blobs, so we're not going to bother with that. I mean, I guess it adds something, but not really. Not really, so we're going to skip that. Maybe we just need to leave it alone. Maybe I just need to just stop. What do you guys think? Stop? Should I stop and just leave it? It's beautiful. Oh, I can't decide which side I like better. I think I like this darker side better. I don't know. All right, let's set these aside. I obviously don't need those now because nothing's showing up. I think if I did like some stamping, it would. I think it's going to have to be thicker, blockier. Okay, so let me get over. This is way better than I even thought it would be. So yay. Now one of the things I keep wanting to do is run it through my embossing folders, but then I can't use it for what my intentions were. It would be hard to write on if it was embossed. And it wouldn't be a flat spot, would it? A flat surface. So I'm not going to do that. Now I did want to also put this stamp on there. And I think I'm still going to try to go with that. We're going to use it in walnut stain because if I use the scorched timber, it's going to cover, well, I don't guess it doesn't matter if it covers up the flowers, but I don't really want it to. So I was thinking if we did some of this, let's try walnut stain. I don't want it to be as dark as that. I don't want to take away the flowers. I don't. So let's see if this will, how this will work. If at all. And if not, it's just because the color of the paper is already so dark. But let's see. A little bit, I guess. But I guess we can do it in patches like this too. It does add something. Not a lot. But yeah, it definitely does add. So let's kind of do that throughout. It's not obvious, and that's okay. That's what I wanted. See there? Let's do some up here. kind of gives it like a in and out fabric kind of look, which is great. Just kind of in the lighter spots, I guess. Yeah, that's nice. Beautiful. I don't want to stop. I want to keep going. That's really cool. All right, so there's a great way to use your stamp if you've got these stamps too. These were the Tim Holtz new Easter stamp. I fell in love with this rabbit, you guys. I just, honestly, I put him on pause and I went and ordered it because this rabbit is everything. Look at him. He's just adorable. And I cannot wait to play with this. So I am making another Easter journal. So that will be coming up, and this will be, he will be in that journal. So yay. All right, so I think that's it for that. Let's figure out what size. I'm horrible at those plastics. Okay, I don't have the patience for it to put them back in there. Okay, we're not going to use the blue. We're not going to use some of these colors. We're going to get that picture back out. This feels like a very short project today. But I guess we're not done, so maybe not. Where's my picture? My photo. I guess this can't be any thicker than my envelope, right? Or any wider. So it's going to be... 4 inches is going to be too big, so probably 3 3/4, 3 3/4 wide. I want to get these edges off though because they're not exactly even. I glued slightly crooked, so we're going to just take the edges off of there. Did you get some breakfast, baby girl? Did your brother leave you any? 3 3/4. Did he leave you some? So we're going to have this piece to play with, which is great. Okay, so this is going to go in here. Or on here, I mean. What? And then it'll slide up into this pocket. So it will fit right in here. And if I did it right, their picture will be in the window. And if not, it won't. Should have been a little longer. Darn it. That's okay. What I could potentially do, is glue the bottom of it so that it has to sit up there. Or not. It'll be fine. So I think naturally sliding in, it's going to fit in there anyway. And if not, at least their faces will be in view, right? Yep. Okay. So, what do I want to do with this? Now, I do think that I want to do this. Now, I used some glossy postcard paper that I found at the thrift store. You can use cardstock or any kind of paper to print your pages. Obviously, I mean, use what you've got. I'm purposely trying to split some of this and kind of just distress it. Make it look like an old photo that's been hanging out for a while. You know, it'd be super cute if I had some photo corners, but I don't think I do. Probably make some, but eh. We're just going to kind of mess up these corners a little bit. Just kind of mess with them a little. You know, like an old photo would be kind of, you know, not perfect. And I want to do some corner rounding on here. Okay. And we're going to distress the edges of this as well. We'll do it this way first, and then we'll go with the ink. Now, I do want to distress these edges, and I want to scratch them up a bit, but we don't want to fold and bend and tear these because this is supposed to be a writing space. So too much damage is going to make it a little bit difficult to write on. So we'll just go easy with this. Careful with your scissors if you're doing like I'm doing, because I cannot find my little distress tool. I wanted to order another one, but I know that as soon as I do, I'm going to find the first one, so I'm not going to. They're not cheap, you know? I've got scissors, it'll do it. That'll work. Okay, so we've got that. Now let's get some ink in here. We're going to actually go dark. We're going to go with the scorched timber because we used such dark ink already. We're just going to finish it off that way. But you could use whatever color works for you. I'm really happy with how this turned out. Alright, and then I'm going to put a little bit around here too, very carefully. I don't want to go too much into the picture, but I do want those edges to be darkened a little. Vintage photo is probably a better fit for this, but because I'm putting it against that paper, I do want it to have a little bit darker edge because my paper is so dark. Okay. Look at that. If I had a green solid paper that looked similar to this, I would totally stick it back as a mat, but I don't. I'm not going to make one. We're just going to be happy with what we've got today. This is super cute. I'm really thinking about putting photo corners on here. You guys, photo corners are really simple. You just have to make little triangles. Little black triangles. Which means I need 2 black squares. Which means... how hard would that be to make? Not hard at all. Not hard at all. So, in fact, this paper right here, this paper right here would work great. This one right here. Check this out. This one has some embossing on it. Can you see the shiny? Wouldn't that be cute? Yes. All right, so we're gonna do let's start with a 1-inch square. That might be too big, but I'm gonna try that and see. And if that's too big, then we're gonna do differently, but we're gonna just start there. Let's start with 1 inch. Oh yeah, it's gonna be way too big. Right? Oh yeah. So let's cut that back. That doesn't even look straight. See if I can get this out without cutting myself. I am so bad about cutting myself on this thing. Ooh, I think that might be better. Let's try this. I think I can manage. Yeah, actually I think that's a good size right there. So instead of trying that again, because I will inevitably cut myself. This though, oh you guys, I cut myself on the tape dispenser yesterday. Accident prone? Sometimes. Sometimes. A tape dispenser, yep. Sure did. And then we're just going to go ahead and cut it this way. Corner to corner. And let's see if that's too big. Is it too big? No, it's great. It's great. So it came out to about 3/4 of an inch square. And then we're just going to put the, yeah, I love it. Okay, let's glue this on. Let's do this. Let's do this thing. Take the pin out. Okay. I love it. If you have real photo corners, that would work really nicely too, of course. But I don't. But these will definitely mimic the real thing, won't they? As if they just tucked right in there. It's a little crooked. There we go. That's a little better. A little bit. Ha! And we'll just line that up there. Oops, maybe straight-ish. Oops. Aha! There we go. Oh my gosh, I love this. That's so cute. Now I still feel like there needs to be something here. Not sure what. Not exactly sure what. I feel like it needs some writing. But it's going to have to be dark enough to see. So it'll have to be... Nope. Nope, we're not stamping it. It's not an ID card of any kind. This is like a photo, so it would make sense if there was handwriting underneath. What do I have? As if they wrote underneath it, you know? Date or... What could we put? I love you. That would be cute. Just because, I don't know, that's not quite right. What about forever? That might be cute. I could put a 4 and then put ever. Should I do that? Oh, look you guys, I found it. I found it! Too late. I'm already happy with it. We've moved on. I don't think that's what I'm looking for. I think I'm still looking for in my brain, the handwriting idea. I think this is, I like my script stamp, but I don't know if it'll show. I guess it doesn't hurt to try. I don't think it's going to ruin it, but we're going to have to go dark. We're going to have to go with Scorched Timber, which is going to kind of cut into this. But maybe that's not an issue. We're going to find out. Just because I don't want to mess this up. We're going to put this right here. I committed. I don't know if it'll show, but we're gonna see. Yeah, no, it doesn't show. It does barely, but not enough to make a difference. So that didn't work. This is an ABC stamp. It won't actually say anything, but maybe that would be okay because we don't need to read it. Oh, here's numbers. We can use those too. I keep losing that stamp. Now I know where it is. Oh my gosh. Told you that side of my desk is getting clean. All of my rubber stamps keep getting moved over here because I need to clean them and find their homes. I don't know where they go anymore. So their packaging is on that side, which I think is hilarious. But let's see if this does anything. A little bit. Yeah, that's fine. That works. Okay. I think that helps to break it up a little bit. And it's got some numbers on there, so that works. It's getting a little too dark though. I think we're done with that. I don't want it too dark. It's already getting too dark. So we've got this side as well. So I think that's it for that. I think I need to leave it alone before I'm not happy with it anymore. And let's see how it fits in our little book. I should probably make sure it's dry first. Okay, so this one opens up this way, and then this goes in this way. This way, I think. Why is this not opening easily? Are we snagging on something? Nope. I think I just was doing it wrong. Look at that. Look at that. The little people. Our little happy couple is in there. There we go. Look how cute they are. I think that's great. It's not perfect, but I don't think it needs to be. I think that's great. So they're going to be tucked into there forever. Forever. We could use this on here. We could use a stamp still. We can still do it. Put this here. Okay, and then we could put, what other stamps do we need on here? What's this one say? Because when you stop and look around, this life is pretty amazing. I think that needs to go down here. Hopefully I can get this to work well so that you can read it. Yep. I think that's great. And then you know it would be really fun because we've got that rose print in there to get some of that in here. Didn't quite work the way I wanted it to, but I think it's okay. That's cute. All right, so we've got that in there. Got our little journaling card. And then somebody could add, you know, they could add paper. I can't grab it. Add paper to the back if they wanted to. They could write on it however they wanted to do that. I think that's really cute. So that will fit right in there. And then I think tomorrow we'll probably work on what we're going to do here. We'll figure this out. And we're going to put this with it just in case we need to use that somewhere else, because I think we should. I think we're going to use it with this project because, again, if we use the different scraps throughout, it's going to make it more cohesive throughout. And it's going to look like it all goes together. Because right now this is a little very different than what we've got going on elsewhere with the papers and such. But the more that we use the scraps and put it all together, the more it says, hey, yes, this was intended. This is the way it's supposed to be. So this could be a belly band in here. This could be, I think it should be a belly band in here, actually. I think we're just going to commit to that today. So this is going to be, this is already tucked in here. We don't want it in the same spot. We don't need it there. But I think this might be a good spot for it, don't you? So either that or we could put it here. We could put it on this one. And have it open up here. We've got these in here. Should we put it on the front? That might be kind of fun. That might be really fun, actually. Although there's a tuck right here, it doesn't make sense, but there's a tuck there too. I kind of like this one. Let's put it here. Let's do it this way. We're going to commit to this one today. Okay. And I kind of like this one over here by the papers a little bit more. It's going to be more protected, so whatever the belly band is holding is going to be a little better protected than it falling out. So we want to. Sorry guys, my camera shut off. Has it been that long already? That's okay. Well, we're almost done. Right, there we go. And off camera today, I'm going to go ahead and sew these signatures in, so the next time we work on this, they will be in there. See, now it's a belly band. We can put something in there. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm glad you are here. And if you hadn't hit that like and subscribe button yet, I'd appreciate if you do become part of my YouTube family. Thanks so much for spending time with me today. And I hope you have a wonderful one. Take care. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.